whenever any country in Africa start dealing with the West, especially on security, I have my doubts. I doubt it. It is for the benefit of the Africans because I have seen it too often that when they started talking about security, it never gets better. It just gets worse and worse and worse. When they came to Mali, the rate of insurgency and jihadis just got over the roof. When they came to Niger, it was the same thing. Burkina Faso, it was the same thing. Even when Boko Haram started, and they said that they were going to help Nigerians fight Boko Haram, what happened? They were unable to eliminate Boko Haram. They were unable to bring them under control, but rather the whole situation just got totally out of hand. Now they are doing the same thing in Ghana. There is this article I want us to go through. It says that Ghana's president, Nana Akufo-Addo, met with EU delegation to discuss security in the Gulf of Guinea. Remember, they are out of the Sahel. Now they are moving to the Gulf of Guinea. My brothers and sisters, we all have to be very careful. We all must shine our eyes. So, let's go through the article. So the headline reads, Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo discussed regional and international issues with the EU's top diplomat on Saturday. On the occasion, Ghana received a fleet of some 100 armored vehicles from the European Union. Ghana, along with Gulf of Guinea's neighbors, Togo, Benin, and Ivory Coast, are increasingly at risk from jihadi violence wreaking havoc in the Sahel. You see. So they haven't even gotten jihadist activities in their own countries, but they are already worrying about it spreading into their countries from the Sahel. And according to them, it's a preemptive action they are taking. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Let's continue. It is imperative to understand that no single country can confront terrorist threat on its own. Ghana's president said collaborative effort among nations facing this challenge and a critical support from partners such as the European Union who share our security concern remain crucial in mitigating the terrorist threat in the Western African region. They are begging for the European Union to come in. They are begging for the Western superpower to come in. Haven't they learned anything? Haven't they learned anything? Do we Africans ever learn anything? Are we really learning anything? Because one would suppose that the people of Ghana or Ghana's leadership would have understood by now that the Westerners are not in Africa for our own good. They are not in Africa because they love the African people. They are not in Africa because they thought that insecurity in Africa was their major concern, or insecurity in Africa will affect us, the Africans, so much so that we won't survive it. No, they are never there for our own reason. They are never there because they love us. They are there because of what they can get from Africa. They are there because they are worried that if insecurity take over Africa, it's going to impact what they get from the continent. They don't want to see disruption in the minerals they get from Africa. Now they are finding it difficult to get cheap gas since they bombed the pipeline from Russia. Now Africa is like a lifeline, and they do not want to see any disruption to this process. I made a video when I mentioned that Nana Akufo-Addo is someone who strikes me to be very intelligent, very smart, and I like some of his moves in Ghana. He has tried his best to develop Ghana, even though he has economically run Ghana into the drain in terms of they're facing a lot of economic crisis right now, and they are unable to finance their loans and other things. Except that I think he is someone who wants to change Ghana. Yeah, that's just for me. Like I have said before, right? People are very complicated. That there's like we do not have just one single personality, right? We have multiple personalities. Okay. But I will expect him to understand how the Westerners do things. I will expect him to understand that the Westerners are not in Africa for us. And he cannot keep on carrying his responsibility to the West. Africa has got to put on the big man pants. Africa has got to do what Africa must do to protect Africa and Africans. And that is what we should be doing. If we have problems, we should handle it within Africa. There is no point taking our issues to the West. There is no point inviting the East to come in and try to resolve our issues. There is no point on doing that. We must be able to resolve our issues ourselves. It's high time we grow up. Let me assure you one thing. And when that day comes, if I am wrong, I will comment about it. You see what is going on in the Gulf of Guinea, right? With all the militarization by the West. You see, right? I assure you, the Gulf of Guinea would become the new Sahel, as they have diverted their attention to the Gulf of Guinea. Give it 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now and see how militarized that area will be and how much jihadist movement or jihadist activities will be operating in that area. Everything is moving from the Sahel into the Gulf of Guinea. We are all going to see it as it unfolds. But you guys out there, what is your take on the European Union's involvement in the Gulf of Guinea? Do you honestly believe that they are in Africa for our benefit, or they are just trying to protect the resources they get from the area? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, don't forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, because little bit of goodwill, like the one you're doing just now, help us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So, thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.